What is up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of First Looks. Today we're going to be taking a look at a game called Path of Exiles. Alright, let's get started. Now, Path of Exiles is like any Diablo style game. You know, from the third person perspective, you're looking down. If you play Torchlight or Diablo, you'll know what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and take a look at the classes first before we go in the game. Alright. So these are your classes pretty much. You can be any of these guys. You got the Witch, you got the Duelist, the Ranger, the Marauder, the Shadow, and the Templar. And down here you can pick what difficulty you want to play in. You have the Standard, and then you have the Hardcore Standard. You die there, it'll send you back to Standard. You got Onslaught, you die there, you get sent back to Standard, and Anarchy, which is pretty fun because it's like PvP realm, which is awesome. Now, I'm not going to be making any characters simply because I have like one of everything already. Now, let's go ahead and jump in one of my low-level characters first, just so you guys can see the low-level areas. Alright, we'll go in the Duelist. Sure, let's go. Alright, so this is the starting town you'll run into right after you finish the tutorial. And the tutorial, you'll be doing it right here, actually. Down here, you'll be doing the tutorial in that area. And then you fight a boss right there, and then you move on out here. Well, let me fix this. This chat is too crazy. Okay, cool. So, you're probably wondering, well, why should I play this game? What's so different about this game from any other games like this type of game, like Diablo or Torchlight? Well, one main thing would be this. It's ginormous passive talent tree, and yes, you can become anything you want. There is 80. The max level is 85, so that's pretty much a point per level, and I think you get a couple extra here and there from quests. So you can, all the classes almost don't matter in this game, so you can start out anywhere and end up anywhere. So I could be, you know, well, right now I'm a Duelist, so this is my starting area. But if I ever to choose, I could be a caster. I could just go into the Witch territory, which is right here. You know, it has all the mana stuff. I could be a Duelist caster. The class combination possibilities in this game are endless. You can literally create whatever it is you want. But be warned, because if you screw up, that's it. Because you can't, there's no respecking ability, not that I'm aware of. Only way to respec is that you earn points, refund points, the same way through quests, and then you get the amount of points you have right there. So if, you know, like one click, and then you can take that click back. That's basically it. So yeah, you want to be careful. Now, one thing to keep in mind while you're speccing it is these are all passive. These are not abilities. These all give you passive things to help you create whatever type of character you want. And there's some big keystones like these, and these give you like, it changes the gameplay dynamic almost dramatically. That's why they're bigger, and they're like, you know, out and outer ranges of the main classes. One of my favorites is the blood magic, because using this eliminates the need to use mana, and you can just stack a lot of health with a lot of health regen, and you never have to worry about mana or mana potions, and that I think is amazing. Now, this is one of the way this game is different from most games of this style. Now let's take a look at the second way this game is different. The second thing how it's different is how you get your skills down here. Now, in a lot of games you level up, or you have a talent tree, and you know, you work towards the skills you want. It's not like that in this game. Any character can have any skills they wish. The skills work in a gem type system. So if I were to take this out, down here my skill is gone. I put it back in, it's there. Now, all these skill gems do have a requirement, and that is like, you know, if strength, red gems usually mean strength, so you need to have a certain amount of strength to be able to equip it. Green is usually dexterity related, and blue is mana related. So yeah, there are limitations of the types you can put on, but you know, if you have the requirements met, you can just put on just about any type of gem you want. You could be like a melee caster, you could be a ranged close combat person, I don't know, whatever you feel like making, which I think is amazing. And not only that, you can put all your gems in a shared place where all your characters, whenever you go on whichever one, use whatever gem, you can simply put that on. And that's how you get your skills, and the armor has slots for it. Sometimes you'll see linked, like there will be, let me see if I can find one right here. See right there, there's a link. And what that simply means is if I put a skill gem right here, and then if I put a passive skill gem right there, they're both linked, and it'll gain the benefit of the passive gem. And by that, and the passive gems are like these: Fork Lightning, you know, you get to throw out extra projectiles, pierce, chance of going through enemies. Let's see, what else? Item rarity increases item drop. Let's see what else we got. So these are all the gems, and these are all the passive gems, and you can get them just from killing normal monsters throughout the world, which I think is amazing. Or you can simply go in the trade chat and you know, ask someone if they have what you're looking for. That's the other way to do it. Now the next way this game is really different from other games is its currency system. Now in most games you see either gold, silver, copper type currencies, but not in this game. It's very peculiar. Just screwed that word up, but anyway, very different from how other games are. If you look right here, you have divine orb, chaos orb, gem cutter prism, orb of scoring, whatever. And these are pretty much the gold tier orbs. You know, these are the most valuable. The gem cutter, the orb of regret, or chaos orb, divine orb. So when you first get in game, and if you have any of these gems from any monsters, you might want to hold on to them because they are valuable. Now the most common stuff are like the Orb of Alchemy is a common form of currency, Orb of Chance, Orb of Augmentation, you know. And not only that, you can also use these orbs to craft your own gear. So say I have this gear right here, which is just a good plus 13 quality, and I can simply use, you know, this Chaos Orb to reforge a rare item into a new random property, you know, give a new property, upgrade it to rare, you know. That's one of the reasons why they're valuable and there's no currency. These are currencies, and you can use it to craft valuable items. So that's another reason you want to hold on to them. Now that we covered all that, the intro area and the gem system and how you can build your character, now let's go ahead and take a look at the game once you get around mid-level, around 44. Let's go to my mid-level character. Okay, let's look at him. Now I would have to say this character is my most successful character out of all my characters that I have created. Let's take a look at his talent tree right here. He is a marauder that uses the blood magic skill, and if you notice, I have no mana, I have a lot of health, and I have a lot of regeneration nodes, so I can keep getting health back. And I have cannot evade attack but cannot be stunned, because stunned is basically the #1 way of dying. There's also this, I can't ever evade. Oh, my attacks can be evaded, but I can never deal critical strikes, which is fine because I'm not going for a crit build. So if, as you see, I have a lot of health, life, and a lot of other nodes that support this main keystone. And let's take a look at my gear. If you look right here, I have a life gain on hit gem, which is a support gem linked to a sweep, which is this attack right here, which does kind of like a cleave type attack that does it hits every enemy around me. And there's Infernal Blow, which is also linked to it. And yeah, that's basically my main attack to go by. I also have, you know, auras that help me and buff me, and other buffs and things just help me, things that help me get back health and live longer, basically. Let's go ahead and take a look at this character, and this is basically the best character I have and how a proper character should play around mid-level and high-level, you know, without having relative ease if you build the character properly. And I think I did a pretty good job with this guy. Right now I'm in Cruel difficulty. Cruel is right after you beat Normal, and then you get here, and then I don't know what the next one is. I think Nightmare or something. Not really sure. I have not played this game myself in a while. Alright, let's put on my Aura, Anger, which gives me adds more fire damage to my my attacks, which is awesome. Okay, there's some enemies. Put the mark on. Jump. Keep an eye on my health. You can see that it goes down, but it goes right back up. Like, it's not a big deal. With this build, you don't really have to worry about your health that much. You know, you can just have fun with it. The little orbs that are circling around me, those are a lot more life regen. So as you can see, you can get pretty creative with your builds, you know. But be warned, because if you screw up, your character is almost done, because like I said, you cannot respec except for the few points and a few talents you get that allow you to respec. As you can see, my health is almost never scratched, really. Not to mention I have a whole lot of life regen flasks right there, so if I do get in trouble, it's not a big deal. You can just pop one of them and live for a relatively long time. This is a build that's really good for beginning players that doesn't know what to do. I definitely recommend, if you're a brand new player thinking about playing this game, come up with a build that you think will help you. Or, you know, do some research, go to YouTube, go to the community pages. There's a lot of good builds you can find and make off of. And I do recommend that to beginning players, because I'll show you guys an example of what happens if you screw up a character. Okay, so this guy right here, Blex, he was my very first character, and he was fine. He was doing good. Until, you know, I didn't play for a while, and I came back and they gave me the option to respec, and I wanted to try something brand new. So I decided to go with the Chaos Inoculation build right here, which basically makes my life go to 1, but excuse me, I have to get a lot of energy shield to compensate for it. The energy shield basically becomes my health, you know, and it was going good, but until I realized I don't have the proper gear for it, proper abilities for it, and I don't really know how to do it properly. And if you look, I only have 150 shields, and that's nothing in this level. I'm not too far off. I'm like Act 3 in normal mode. So I'll give you guys an example of what happens if you screw up your build. Hold on. Oops. Didn't mean to go there. Let's go right there. Okay, so here we are. So now this buff right here, Blood Rage, is supposed to give me increased buff, but it'll do chaos damage to me. But then if you look right here, thanks to this keystone, I don't take any chaos damage. I'm immune to it, but in the cost of having only 1 life. So let's find some monsters. Okay, so as you can see, I die really quickly, and it's not because I'm in a place where I'm not supposed to be. I'm actually supposed to be here. It's just my gear isn't supporting the build I'm going with. So be warned, new players, be careful of the build you're trying to make. Make sure you have the gear for it, make sure you have the gems for it, and always keep an eye on trade chat, because they're always trying to sell things that you might need. So I think that covers about most of it. Thank you guys for watching. Like, favorite, and subscribe. Again, this is a new channel, and I can really use your guys' support. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.